Welcome to another lecture on lecture series Quantum Calculus and its application. Today we are going to discuss about quantum Taylor series or Q Taylor series. This is an important topic that we are going to discuss. This will be used in various finite schemes like finite difference, Q finite difference, QFTM method and so on. So till the end you listen so that you can understand the concept very well. So before going to see the Q Taylor series, we need to first see the definition of the quantum derivative. So the quantum derivative dq of a function f of x is this f of qx minus f of x by q minus 1 into x. So this is the derivative or quantum derivative of the function f of x, and we saw that in the previous videos. When q tends to 1, it gives standard derivative, that is what, d by dx of f of x. So this thing we have seen. Now in this derivative and finding the derivative of various standard functions, the formula such as the bracketed NQ will be very useful and will come across many times. So it will be 1 plus q square plus and so on plus q to the power n minus 1, and we can take, if n is 1, so it will be 1, if n is 2, it will be 1 plus q and so on. Then next is the q factorial, that also will be used. It is bracketed nq or factorial, which will be 1q, 2q and so on nq. So this is also an important result that we are going to use in various cases. Next we will move to the formal definition of Q Taylor series. So Q Taylor series is defined as f of x is summation n from 0 to infinity dqn. So this is the nth derivative or nth quantum derivative of f at 0, bracketed nq factorial x to the power n. So here we are finding out the Taylor series about x equal to 0, and we know that in the standard case or in exact case, what we have, f of x is f of 0 plus f dash 0 x plus f double dash 0 by 2 factorial x square and so on. It is infinite series, but in quantum case, in place of the standard derivative we are using quantum derivative, and the quantum derivative of nth order is defined like this. So nth time, n times the quantum derivative is applied to f. Okay, here also we can verify that if the q value tends to 1 or becomes 1, then it becomes the the expression that we have in quantum derivative, or quantum Taylor series, that will be same as in the standard case that we have. Now if we see that if we want to find out the Taylor series about at a point x equal to a, then what it becomes, then this will be written, and in the standard case what we have, it will be discussed so that it will be easy to find out a comparison. So f of x will be the summation of this, n becomes 0 to infinity, what we have here, f n, nth derivative, okay, at a divided by your n factorial into x minus a to the power n. So this is the formula that we have in the exact or standard case, but in quantum case we have expression this nth derivative of f at a and divided by square bracket nq factorial into x minus a to the power n, this case. Now x minus a, quantum x minus a to the power n will be what? this x minus a into x minus qa into x minus q square, like that up to x minus q to the power n minus 1 into a. So this expression need to be remembered because this is very important when we are going to find. Next we are going to see one example how we can apply the q Taylor series and get the result. So here we have a function taken f of x equal to x square. So about x equal to 0 we are going to find. So when we are going to find, then what we need various quantum derivatives. So when we do the first quantum derivative, so dq of x square will be this, and this is nothing but 1 plus q into x, that already we have got in previous lectures that you can see. And second derivative is means quantum derivative of this, so this will be 2q, that means simply 1 plus q. And now third derivative will be derivative of this, so derivative of this will be this, these are constants, so derivative of constant will be 0. So further if you find, then it will becomes also 0 because the further quantum derivatives will be, quantum derivative of 0 will be 0. Now we will write the this f of x in terms of Taylor series. So what the Taylor series is, Taylor series we have to see. So for that, the first derivative at 0 you have to find, which is 0. If you put it is 0. Second derivative if you are finding, so same thing, 1 plus q will come, this will be 1 plus q. And the third derivative also 0, that we have, you know. So now the f of x, what we can write, f of x will be first the f of 0 plus this one, so the dq of x square, okay, at 0 divided by what factorial, 1 factorial, 1q factorial into x. And then next also you have to write, so d square is x square at 0 by 2q factorial into x square, plus next term will be third derivative, which will be 0, and other terms will be 0, so no need to write. So f of 0 will again 0 because x is 0 means x square will be 0. So second term dq x square of 0 will be again 0 because here in the expression x we have and x is 0 means it will be 0. So what left? This left. So this is what? This is nothing but 2q by this 2q factorial into x square, which is x square. So this way we can express the Taylor series, and this is one example which you can demonstrate. Another example you can take about some other points and you can verify by yourself. Now we can see that while computing, f of x is a infinite series, and if you take finite series up to n, so what rest is, we have residue or the remainder, or it is called the error term. So these are the very important concept here, error. This error terms will be useful to find out the error analysis in finite difference schemes and other approximation or numerical techniques. This will be very useful, that you need to remember. Now if you summarize, then in the classical and Q calculus, what is the difference? Difference is, first in classical h tends to 0 we find, and in Q calculus what we do, it is a finite dilation about q and q. And in classical form what we do, nth derivative that we find, and Q calculus what we do, nth quantum derivative of a function we need to find. Next is n factorial we need to use for classical form, and nq factorial that we use for Q calculus. And another concept is very important, that is here in classical case we find x minus a to the power n, which is n times x minus a, we do multiplication, and next is x minus a quantum nth times what we do, this way we can find. Okay. So this is one important concept that we can use for calculating many numerical techniques using quantum calculus. Thank you.